Mario Gotze won the World Cup with Germany back in 2014, literally scoring the winning goal. Absolutely ridiculous. But now, nobody knows who he is. What happened? Well, looking at him at his Dortmund days, he was tearing up the Bundesliga. Absolutely brilliant. If you look at his first real season at Dortmund, not the under 20s or the under 23s, he got 6 goals and 15 assists, which is absolutely ridiculous for a player that was only 18 years old. So you can kind of see why this player was hyped up so much. He was kind of the next Ronaldo or Messi, or one of those types of players. And then looking at his second season, 6 goals and 5 assists, which is still pretty good. Not as good as his first season, but he only played 17 games, so obviously injuries were a factor. And then looking at his third season, 10 goals and 12 assists. So he's backed up his first 2 seasons with some really, really good stats once again. A brilliant, brilliant player, and a player that a lot of clubs wanted. But obviously, he went to Bayern. And a lot of people say that as soon as he went to Bayern, that's when his career started to go downhill because obviously Guardiola actually started managing Bayern at the same time, and he didn't necessarily not play Goetze, but he played him out of position and he sort of, didn't play to his strengths. But, he still got 10 goals and 9 assists in his first season, so that's pretty good. Obviously, fitness was a concern as well. He sort of struggled to stay fit and he did pick up injuries, but he still played quite a decent amount of games, so I think that's still quite good. And then in his second season at Bayern, he got 9 goals and 4 assists. So some very, very good stats. And obviously at Bayern, you don't really stand out because everybody's a superstar. But if you're posting these kinds of numbers, like that's a very, very good season. So you can't really knock that. And then in his third season at Bayern, obviously he didn't do nowhere near as well. He got 3 goals and 4 assists, which isn't bad, but not what you'd expect from Goetze. And he only had 14 appearances, so obviously injuries were a concern as well. Early in his career, he did pick up, quite a few injuries, and it looks like that affected him at this point in time as well. But he still got some stats there, so that's quite good. And the whole Bayern move was kind of controversial because obviously Dortmund was playing Bayern in the 2013 Champions League final, and obviously he'd already sealed the move to Bayern before that Champions League final was even played. So, a lot of people weren't happy about that, presumably Dortmund fans and, other fans as well. But anyway, the game was played as well. I don't really think that affected his opponent. Oh my god. I don't think that affected his performances, but, some people say it did. But going back to this, I don't think the Bayern move was a failed move. I think that people seem to think that he didn't really kick on. They expected him to, increase his stats, like get more goals, get more assists, and become like this world class player, which didn't really happen. I think what happened was that he was a good player. Like he's not like a bad player, but I think people expected him to take it to another level. What they expected exactly, I'm not really too sure. I think, when people see a young player coming up and doing well early on, they expect them to become like another, like I said, a Lionel Messi or a Cristiano Ronaldo, where like they're posting like, 20 plus, 30 plus goals a season with like 20 assists, which rarely ever happens. That's why Messi and Ronaldo are like the greatest of all time because they are the only kind of players that can actually do that. But anyway, after he was at Bayern, he went back to Dortmund. And yeah, he was kind of a shadow of what he was. I'm not too sure what happened. I think it might have something to do with confidence, injuries once again. It's really hard to pinpoint it because he had a successful, 4 to 5 years. Actually, more like 5 to 6 years at Bayern and Dortmund, and then he went back to Dortmund and he didn't really produce what he had early in his career. And you know, I think it's really hard to pinpoint what exactly happened, but I think players go through this sort of thing where You just have like a bad period and like you have to try and just get out of it. But obviously, this bad period has kind of lasted 4 to 5 years. Now, Gotze is at PSV Eindhoven right now, so he's actually doing really well. But there was certainly a period of like at least 3 to 4 years where he just wasn't producing what he can do, and didn't really show his early season career form at the top level. And that's about it.